I'm Central C.
Where music lives. Ladies' Room comes to you compliments of Renwick and Thompson Limited, Beacon Insurance, and Dermamen. Experience the best in aesthetic treatments. Grenada's #1 choice.
2 times 2 is 4. 2 times 3 is 6.
Education multiplies their chances and places the world of opportunity in their hands. No matter where they are in the world, make sure they're prepared for their journey back to school with Western Union. School fees, books, room and board, whatever the reason. Knowledge, independence, opportunity. Western Union, moving money for better.
And here we are back in the room again on this Wednesday, September 4th. Good morning, everybody. Oh, well, the prodigal daughter has returned. Good morning, Shantae. Just disappeared, not even a word, I swear. Listen, I can't wait to go on vacation. I need a break from y'all, man. Y'all are stressing me out. It's like I have a bunch of children that I have to come here every day and run after and beg to do this and not do that, and y'all are starting to stress me. And like I told y'all before, I'm not in the stressful era anymore. I am in my soft girl era. Alright, so anything that stresses me has to go. So that means some of y'all will have to go as well, because y'all are starting to stress me. No bueno. Anyways, so we move. Let me just share this. Alrighty. So yeah, we're back at it. Hope everybody's doing fine. Good morning, ladies and problems. Good morning and welcome to the room. Welcome to the show. And of course, we are powered up by Western Union. Who is here? Good morning, Shantae. Good morning, Marianne. And as you come in, guys, just share the live. Good morning, Maureen. Good morning, Molly. Molly, I only see you on Carnival, so that's a good thing. You usually appear during Carnival and then you disappear again. Anyways, morning, Linda. Dawn, good morning. How are you? How you doing? Morning, Nakisha. Morning, Roxanne. Amanda. Who else is here? Christelle. Janelle. Mitchell, good morning. Good morning, Sonia. You replied to my message. Shantae, you didn't... Listen. You weren't supposed to respond to my message because you're supposed to let me know in advance. Not me having to hunt you down to find out where you day and I get on a plane. Like, imagine that. Like, looking for the tags, no sign of, like, where are you? Oh, I'm on a plane. It's like, y'all be on plane like bus these days. Like, oh, I'm on plane casually, and I didn't hear from you again. Morning, Jenilyn. Then again, I'm not sure if I check back because I have a bad habit, right? I'm not sure if it's a bad habit, but I pray I'm not the only one who would do stuff like that. Like, this morning I responded to a message someone sent me on the 22nd of August, and I just respond like the person messaged me like they just messaged me and I responded. The way I respond is like, hello, this message been sitting here for 2 weeks, and I just respond like, okay, you just sent it. I don't know if it's a bad habit, but it's just like something that I do. Like, sometimes I'll put my phone down and I see the messages and mentally I'll be like, okay, I'll respond to you just now, and I just don't. And there are times I would see people like calling me and I honestly prefer you text me, because I don't know if it's a me thing or it's an Aquarius thing, but it's like sometimes I'll see the phone ringing and then I'll message you back to ask you what do you want. Like, listen, I don't know, because I talk every day. Like, I value my peace and quiet. Like, when I don't have to talk, it's like, whew. text me. But then people would text me and they never respond like days after. And it's like a lot to deal with, because if I just respond to messages or I answer messages, I find myself not having time for me and not being able to do anything. Because for people, normal people will probably get 4 or 5 messages a day. But for me, there's WhatsApp messages, there's Facebook messages, there's Instagram messages, there's TikTok messages, there's Hotmail messages, there's Gmail messages, there's Power messages, there's Ladies Room messages. I think I probably need to get somebody to control my social media pages or get somebody to help me respond in a timely fashion. Maybe my other platforms, because my WhatsApp is more personal. But I honestly don't have the energy to respond immediately. Cindy said I'm not normal at all. So I'm the only one. Like, I would check it, and if I see it's not like an emergency, and if I just see, hey, I'm like waiting for you to proceed, so then I know if I need to respond to it. But just hey, and you're just sitting there and hey, okay, you're gonna have to say more than just hey. Hey what? Hey who? Hey, what's going on? But if it's an emergency, then I'm gonna respond to it. But other than that, I don't know. Judy says, once I get home, my time is for 2 persons only. Exactly. I think that's how I am. Unless you're like super, super important, you're on the chain, the food chain. If you're not high up on the food chain, I put you in order of importance. If you're not high up on the food chain, you're gonna have to wait until I get back to you. But I'm not sure if it's a good thing or a bad thing, but I'm too old right now to figure it out. Good morning, Shauna. Morning, Ryan. Ricky, I have to check out that song. I haven't seen it as yet. I have to scratch and make sure it's on the system. Morning, Della. Morning, Richie. Andrea, good morning. Onika says I'm on vacation. No reason. Listen, I can't wait to be in your shoes right now, Onika. I am burnt out on all ends. Junies, good morning. Janelle Ando, good morning. Oh, you can finally listen. Morning, Judy. Sharice, good morning. Hey, Deborah. Kata, good morning. Candy Kiss, good morning. Valerie, who else is here? Melvin, good morning. You're passing? Okay, got you. Morning, Lisa. Morning, Marvlin, and everybody else is here. I'm Michael. Is that your name? I'm Michael Otis. Hope I got it right. Hey, Kadina. Preston, you still in the People Bliss? All of us complain about things and you're still there jamming up, Jura. Come back here now. Morning, Cindy. Yeah, text me. Jackie Douglas Adams, good morning. I have a bone to pick with you, but hold on. These are not normal. Jeanette says, if I can pay me, I'll send my invoice. No, I probably, when I get back, would not have nobody messaging me, because what you'll probably tell them. Shauna says, you don't know, so you don't want to know how you want us to communicate with you. You're not answering calls and you're not responding to texts in a timely manner. I can't, I swear. It's like, it's too, right, Andrea, that's it. I'm messaged out. And I get grumpy and irritable, especially around this time when it's time for me to haul tail and I have to take everything in stride. Morning, Akeem, you have a nasty habit. That's something you did with my Omega message. Wow, here comes the WhatsApp people. Confession is good for the soul. There is another one. I'm happy you know what your faults are. Wow, y'all were waiting and you call yourselves friends and you wouldn't say anything, right? I have to tell you my fault myself. This one's, I have nothing to say. You have me on pause since August the 5th. August the 5th? Today is September the 4th. That's a month. Oh my God, what did you say, August 5th? Wow, no, that's not good. What did you say, August 5th? Wow. Anyways. Normalize saying, morning, Lou. Another prodigal son has joined us in the land of the living. Where is Miss Deborah and Kizzy? Morning, Doobie. Where is I find her texting Miss Pepsi these days and she get bright. She ain't coming in the room. But anyways, let's get back to what we have to talk about. Who gone? Come on, and guys, and don't forget to share. Chanel, hey, Chanel, exactly. Only hey, hi, like normalize. Hey, good morning. So and so is the situation. What is this? Hey, and then waiting for a response, and then you're gonna come back. Just get it over with, so then I can respond and get it over with too. But it's like we're playing a waiting game. You're waiting for me to say hey back, and I'm waiting for you to say what it is you said hey for. So I guess it's not important. And if you don't say anything past hey, you're gonna have to sit and wait until I get to you. So hey what? Hey who? Hey diddle diddle the cow and what was the name of the thing? The cat and the fiddle. What's the name of the nursery rhyme? So we're gonna play hey diddle diddle for the rest of the month or the week or whatever it is, because I ain't got time. Naya, good morning. Naya, I saw you getting your flowers yesterday. Yeah, Naya is really, really dedicated to the cause. I wish your friend Jacqueline could be more understanding of the cause, because I see she running she mouth yesterday about it can't be me she throwing no words for, because I don't run my mouth and I say, at least if you're in New York City as an artist, it takes nothing away from you to show your face on the truck, because I saw somebody saying, oh, you can go in and can pay bills, but we are the same ones who help you pay your bills when you have an event. One hand can clap. Well, I scratch your back, you scratch mine. So it's not like you're doing anything. If you don't have anything pressing, you ain't taking an hour of your time or 2 minutes of your time to show your face, and then you could go about your business. Yes, we can do it for the culture. But Miss Jacqueline, as usual, no matter what she can do, she go defend it down to the last. He wrong, he right, he right, he wrong. Jacqueline didn't have listener license for she king. She would not say, King, okay, come on out, let me go on the back and show your face, because you have so much support. And so many people love you, you know. Just come and show your face. Jacqueline going down to the ground defending she king. No matter what he do. Nah, Papa. I ain't want them kind of friendship and love so at all. Them love and them toxic. No matter what Jacqueline King. Jackie, I know that's why I said your status can be for me, because you know I like to run my mouth. But she defending she king down to the ground. Jacqueline no giving up and she king at all. Jacqueline, okay, if she king sit down home doing nothing but playing FIFA or whatever. If you don't have to go, you don't have to go. Janelle, you're asking who is the king? You look Dwight answer on top there. She cuckoo king. He must go. As far as the concern, everybody else could go. He must go. Listen, get you a Jackie in your life. When Jackie on your side, she on your side. Come hell or high water. Once she's supporting, she's supporting. What is sometimes people don't say, win or lose, they supporting. She's supporting she king right through. Anyway, hey Michelle. Michelle, when you're coming on my show, we need you on the show. We don't need you to talk about your business, but we need you to speak on, you know, how we deal with, you know, moving forward after, you know, abusive situations. I was supposed to have Cassandra, but Cassandra got tied up. We were supposed to be on the show this morning to speak on what soup Gabby put in there. We were supposed to, you know, continue the conversation on abuse, and I think you're perfect. And I also want to shout out Raheem Brown. I'm making arrangements after my vacation to get him in. I want to do more stuff like that, to have people come in and tell their stories, real life situations that people can learn from. And he was incarcerated some time ago for, I can't remember what exactly it was, but he has since been released. And I saw he made a post this morning, and I reached out to him, and he was like, he has no problem coming on the show. He says, you know, he's out now, out of prison, and he's seeing youths running down badness. And if they only know, you know, they're going to just chill. They're just going to relax, because the streets don't love anybody, you know. And I think he has a story to I don't want to use a story to tell, but I think he's somebody that we can learn a lot from, especially youth who seem to think that violence and badness and all the nonsense that they're getting involved in is the way to go, right? So I am looking forward to having him on the show. All right. Now, let's get down to the meat of the matter. And I have this to say, disclaimer, before we get into one of the posts or two of the posts that I made yesterday and today. Let me just say this to senders of whatever situation you got going on, whether it's relationship, whether it's whatever. When you send me your stories, whatever's going on in your life, okay? Here's what happens. When I post it, you're going to have to be able to take the good, the bad, the ugly, the uglier, the ugliest. Because everybody wouldn't come out and be like, oh, pat you on your back, oh, suck it up, buttercup, and, wine and roses. No. Some people are going to either make fun of you, make fun of your situation. Some going to call you names. Some going to give you advice. You get all different things. And you're going to have to deal with it. What I am not going to do is, after the fact, getting messages, oh, could you please remove the post because the comments are harsh? No. I'm sorry, sweetheart. I'm not going to remove it. Because you sent it. I didn't ask you for your stories. You sent it seeking advice, but it's like you want to control the narrative of what people should tell you. If that's the case, then you don't need advice. And I had to say this to somebody this morning. Then you're not genuinely seeking advice. It's either you're seeking attention or you're seeking to cause problems for the other person involved, or because there's a million and one responses. Why you look at those, either cursing you out or calling you names, ignore those. There are some it's like we miss those that are enlifting, we miss those that are uplifting, we miss those that are encouraging, and you pay attention to those that are more in line with criticism or it's not into your liking. Life it don't work that way. You're not going to hear what you want to hear. If you want to hear what you want to hear, then talk to yourself and respond. But you are not going to tell me after I post your story, could I please remove it now because the comments are too harsh? I'm sorry, sweetie. It's not moving. If you said to me that you're threatened or your life is in danger or whatever, then yes. But if you're saying you want it removed because you don't like the comments, you're not going to like everything in life. That's just the way it is. So ignore the negatives and focus on the positives. Like I said, you're going to get good, bad, ugly, uglier, ugliest. Pick out the good ones, ignore the rest. All right? So talk to yourself. Say, self, I'm in said situation. Self, what should I do? I'm here with this man and he's playing the monkey with me. And there's another woman, a nurse from Grand Dance, that met me in the situation, and she doesn't, and I'm still here, still jamming like Bobot, but I like it, so let me stay and jam until the DJ run out of music or the DJ stop. It don't work that way. All right? Okay. Anyways, what kind of oil down conversation are going on in my life? So like I'm talking to myself over here. What Gabby and Lobster and Gabby and Akeem and what going on here? Hold on. Let me see who I need to let me see who I need to mute here, because it's like I having a whole conversation by myself and a whole other conversation going on with Oil Dong and Lobster and what? Who start this thread of conversation? Who start this this Oil Dong conversation? Let me know so I can mute them. Yes, Andrea. I'm definitely. You've always encouraged me to do that. Yes, Michelle. I need you to and like I said, we're not going to speak. We don't want to go into details. We don't want to know your business, but we just want to know how we can empower other women who are in situations and feel like they have to remain for whatever reason, and let them know there's a way out. Plus, you have your education platform as well that you can definitely empower young women to be a part of, to sign up and Education is the way out of every situation, because a lot of the times people stay in situations because they figure, hey, this man is the one taking care of the family, or I can't find a decent job so I can leave. So there's a lot of ways we can deal with the situations, all right? Yeah. Oh, so Naya that come here and start a long conversation? It's always either, I swear it was Preston. Look at Preston getting innocent blame. I really was going to blame Preston. But we move. So I want to talk about the situation that I posted yesterday, because there was a lot to unpack in it. And as women, by now, if we don't realize that the more chances you give someone, the less they value you, I don't know when we're going to get it. It's like smelling salts is not strong enough for us to wake up and smell the coffee. The more chances you give somebody, the less they value you, because they're not afraid to lose you, because they know no matter what, you're not going to walk away. You're going to stay and deal with whatever BS comes your way. So we can't let people get too comfortable with disrespecting us. When the disrespect becomes normal, that's when people do whatever they want to do. Once people start getting comfortable with disrespect, it's hard to break. And it's something that we all have to pay attention to. We can't continue to let people disrespect us, and we make excuses for the disrespect. The minute you see it, you speak on it, and nothing is done, then you're wasting your time. But we always seem to feel as women that we can fix a person. Who gave us this power that makes us think we can fix or change a man? Nobody changes for you. They change because they want to. People change because they want to change. But somehow women seem to think we have this power, this God-given power, that we can change a person and change, oh, if we love them more, if we do this more, they're going to... No. People change because they want to change. And I don't understand how you're in a relationship with it's like y'all just playing Monopoly, using paper money and fake money with all your lives. Russian roulette with your lives. You leave a situation, you go back in the situation, you left because of disrespect, cheating, pick up nurse, and then you go back in the situation and complaining after. What are you complaining about really? You've given this person permission to disrespect you before, but you allow them to do it again. Like, how does that make sense? It's a whole long book. Let me see if I can condense it as much as possible. In a relationship for 6 years, and they broke up in March of this year, after, in which he didn't waste any time in moving on. He didn't waste any time because he was already involved with said person. It was just a matter of, no, okay, you have to hide no more. Anytime you see somebody leave a relationship and they're immediately in a relationship, that's not a relationship that started today. They were already either talking, making moves, making plans, or doing things. So now it's like, okay, well, you go about your business. The Vibes Cartel tell Sidam yesterday, go on if you want to. That's how it is. So that's how it be. So in a relationship for 6 whole years, so you waste 6 years of your life. You could get your doctorate, you could build a house, you could have 6 children, you could do so many things in 6 years. 6 years, broke up in March, and he moved into another relationship immediately after the breakup. You didn't move on because, according to her, she was pregnant at the time of the breakup and suffered a miscarriage due to the stress. Imagine going through all that. You would think that would be enough to not even look at this person twice. If they see them passing your hawk and spit first, you don't even want to be on the same side of the road with them. You're disgusted when you see them. You're feeling to throw up when you see them. Stress make you have a miscarriage from said relationship. And y'all still kept seeing each other on the down low. So now the main became the side, or the side became the main. And once upon a time you was the steak. Now you're the lettuce. See how much it is. Summer vacation left. I have an app on my phone reminding me. I have a countdown. Hold on. Let me check. All right. Okay, Aruna, you can do this. You can do this. Hold strain. So, you had a miscarriage due to stress, right? And y'all still kept seeing each other on the down low, despite me knowing that he was now dating a so-called nurse. Now, I don't know why you had to try to, whatever the lady's a nurse, she's a nurse, but so-called nurse from the Grand Islands area. She seemed really desperate for a man, so I said to him, let's just dissolve seeing each other like this since he was in another relationship, and I don't want to keep on hurting myself thinking that he would change and come back to me. So I stepped aside and allowed them to be with each other, since that was what he wanted. All during that time, he was still adamant in trying to get back with me and trying his best to woo me over. Very determined. Long story short, we officially made back a week before the hurricane. A week before burial. Now that we are together and I'm mostly at his place, I have started losing feelings for him. He still has the same attitude as before, despite his protest prior of him boasting about he has changed. And what have you, he's quite the opposite, still controlling, arrogant, and when we have a simple misunderstanding, he wants to get physical. To make matters worse, the so-called nurse left a sex dice game she made for them to play at his place. And every time I see it, I think of the pain I went through when he left me for her. My hate for him grows. I still love him a little, and deep down inside I want it to work, but seems like the memory is haunting me. Can I get some advice? Love and hate can't live in the same place. Sooner or later, you're going to hate him more than you love him. So before that happens, find your peace and bounce. There's so many things wrong and toxic about this situation. He's arrogant. He's controlling. He gets physical. So there's also physical abuse involved. What more? What more do you really want, though? Like, how much worse it has to get for y'all to, like, get it together? Will y'all be drinking that love juice that have you? I don't know. It's like it's strong, bad. Like, at some point, you have to realize a situation. And I can preach to the choir because I've been there, done that. But when it gets to a point when you realize you're self-sabotaging and you're doing more harm to yourself and you're hurting yourself way more than this person is, because the person don't stop living their best life. They continue as normal. They're still running, woman. They're still doing this. They're still doing that, having the time of their lives. While they're stressing to the point you have a miscarriage. To me, after that miscarriage, that's when all communication should be cut, like nothing, not a zilch. But y'all continued seeing each other on the down low. Stress caused you to have a miscarriage. Now, you playing side when you were together for 6 years. Now you decided to be on the down low while he moved on with somebody else. And now didn't work out with somebody else. Back together. Did everything to get you back to in the relationship. And then still doing the same and worse. And you need some advice. Well, apparently he's not doing enough worse. Like, he needs to be worser or worser. Because whatever worse it is not enough. So that's why I'm asking, how much is enough? When is y'all breaking point? When is enough enough? How much more do you have to go through before you realize, okay, it's enough enough. I'm done. Anushka, that's the case here. You ended up being side chick to a man that left you and then went back with said man. It's like, Miss Debbie Crony, take your time. You're living your best life these days, so enjoy it while it lasts. I just want to know who's the name of her Guzu man. I want to know, because I don't want them kind of I don't want them kind of alcohol. Listen, send me the dice game. Look, go on Google. The dice game. It's a game. I saw somebody posted it in the comments. It's some dice, and apparently when you spin it, wherever it lands, you all have to do it. Only them freaky people, and y'all could check it out. Y'all young enough to bend and twist and do whatever y'all want to do. It's on I think somebody says it's on Amazon. It's some dice, like you know when you have dice, when you spin dice, when you're playing Snake and Ladder and all them different type of games, when you spin the dice, and Monopoly and them thing, when you spin the dice. So it's a dice, but on each side there's different instructions for you to do. So it's not the man ways that making you stress. Imagine that, you know. The nurse left a sex dice game she made for them. Oh, she made it to play at his place. Nurse very creative. And every time she see it, she think of then just throw it out. If that is the problem, just throw it out or tell him to get rid of it. Imagine disrespect, control, and abuse not causing pain, you know. What causing the pain for is when she see the sex dice game. And she think of the pain she went through when he left me for her. My Lord. Sometimes I sure God don't sit down and you say to yourself, why don't you just leave Adam to fight up in the garden with them snake and them? I'm sure God does sit down and have a conversation with himself. And probably them angel and like, why y'all didn't dissuade me from making the female species? Why I didn't leave Adam to fight up and put his business in the garden? And then again, Adam probably would not even know about that, so he would not have to pull nothing. Because he didn't have no thoughts until he eat the apple. So there was no woman to convince him to eat apple. So if he didn't pull apple, then cravings and no sexual eyes wouldn't open. So you wouldn't have to worry about nothing. Adam could have sit down the whole day, lie down sleeping, banana breeze under the banana tree, breeze blowing and fanning him, and just living the best life. Sit down by the stream, merrily whole day. Because it's like, we want people to read and spell for us and break things down to the lowest. First on us, they are making dice and people waiting for drips. So you trying to say the nurse don't have a life outside of the hospital? Hakim's son and girl and them just a man shaking the cherry tree, shakalak, shakalak. No, sometimes they are not making dice and people waiting for germs. The lady not on work making no dice. Probably lady made dice in her spare time at home. Who said the lady make any dice at work? The lady made her dice in her spare time. Alright? But instead of you being stressed about what's going on and thinking, okay, I need to get out of the situation ASAP. It is one thing for a person to be controlling, but controlling plus abusive, that is enough to beat a hasty retreat. But you are getting flashbacks over a sex dice game. Every time you see it, she made it for them to play at his place. They were together. Whatever floats their boat, then by all means. Nurse already stressed out because all you had to deal with up in that hospital. All kind of problems up there. So you need some way to relax and release your stress. So I'm not blaming her at all. Who I am blaming is you, because you are aware of all of this. It is one thing to be in a situation and you don't know. Like you find out by the way that this person cheating on you or this person doing this, doing that. But all of these things, you knew it beforehand. You suffered a miscarriage because of the stress, right? You know he was seeing Nurse from Reynolds. And you continue to see him. Now you now resorted to seeing him on the down low. From seeing him on the open, now you now resorted to seeing him on the down low. Like, if all you don't like all yourself, who all you really like? Now I understand why some of you act the way you do on a daily basis, because y'all don't like yourselves. You all have serious hate for yourselves. That's why you all don't like nobody else. Because if you don't like yourself and you don't love yourself, then how would you love and like anybody else? That's why y'all are just filled with venom on a daily basis and just spewing hate on a daily basis because y'all don't like. And if you don't like yourself, there's no way you're going to like me. Because to know all of that and to still go back in a relationship, it's like dog vomiting and sitting and eating back the vomit. That's like, ew. At some point, we have to have a wake up and smell the coffee moment, smell the roses moment, where we be like, okay, this isn't making sense. This is not serving me. It's causing me more pain than happiness. There's more sorrow than joy. Like, God is afraid to talk to yourselves. Like, when you're going to sit and have an honest conversation. And you know what I realize? Yeah, self-confidence and self-esteem, it bouncing low, boy. And I figured that out based on the fact, instead of dealing with the reality of the situation, you want to hear only the good comments, the good remarks. So delete the status because you're not getting enough good comments. That is a moment for you to sit back, because even amidst the so-called bad ones, there's truth in them. It may not be the way said the way you like it to, but hey, like I said, we don't always get the things we want how we want it. So sometimes people can be harsh and seem insensitive, but in the insensitive comments, the comments that may seem insensitive is where you will find the truth. People are just straight up, hey, listen, stop playing the fool, stop playing the beast with the big ears, and get it together. But it's like, y'all come with these situations and want people to say, oh, stay and fight for your man. Love wins. Power couple. Don't let no man come and take over your man again. Fight for your man. Hold on to your man. I honestly feel that's what some of you want to hear. You want people to say to you, stay in your relationships, your situationships, whatever it is, and fight up. Or to attack Nurse and say, Nurse, listen, I'm not blaming the other party here. I'm blaming the person that you're with, the gentleman. So we're not going to attack Nurse. Because if man put question to her, she has a right to accept or deny, whatever it is. And we don't know what he told her. You could be his sister, his cousin, whatever, all kind of stories that has come with. So if she got in and now she's out, because Nurse has sense. Nurse probably, you know what was Tanya Stevens' song, Take Him Back? Yeah. Tanya Stevens sang that song about take him back. Wifey, please take him back. Begging the wife to take back she man because she thought the grass was greener on the other side. Pick up man. And believing that, hey, she found it. She had it. When she started to get west, she literally sang a song begging the wife to come and take back she husband from she place. Please, take him back. She don't want him again. So the nurse come and tell you, take back your man. Out of the picture. And you're worried about sex dice game. I've never heard anybody really say a lot changes when you go back to a situation that was not good to you in the first place. I've never heard anybody say that. But if you want to stay and fight up, hey, that is totally on you. All right. So we're getting ready to... Hold on, let me hear what this person had to say. No, y'all be setting yourselves up. It's 2024. It's either we going forward or we going backward. We can't continue to play victim and stay in situations that's not serving us. that includes abuse. It's time women get it together, and I'm tired preaching. It's like, at this point, I'm like, you know what? I'm just gonna have to tell y'all to do whatever y'all want. Do whatever makes y'all happy. Because this right here isn't it. I'm not gonna spend the rest of my life and my days coming here preaching to y'all and y'all not taking anything we say seriously. Y'all want to live in your little bubble, live in your self-denial, live in your own little world, and in your mind you've conditioned it to think that what you're seeing is perfume when actually it's fall-ish. And it smells, but y'all convince yourself this is perfume. I don't know. I don't know what else to tell y'all, man.
Yes, hide any J Kentucky, don't let nobody know.
Yeah, this one self. You see I tell all you fed up with all you? Good morning.
Good morning. How are you?
I am fine, thank you.
All right. I am calling with respect to the letter that you just was discussing.
Mm-hmm.
Am I
You're live.
live?
Yes, you're live.
Okay.
All right, go ahead.
I think, Aruna, that this is a lady, or young lady probably, that is crying out for help but just don't know how to ask ask it in the proper way.
Mm-hmm.
Because, there's a saying, once beaten, twice shy.
Mm-hmm.
But sometimes in a relationship, it seems as though some women, and some men too, are glutton for punishment because they view what's going on with them to be part of love. As ugly as it is. She had no business going back in the first place. She went back because her self-esteem is in the gutter. So, you're right in order to beat her up. There's no question about it. But I also think that comes with beating her up should be advised of how never to repeat the current situation that she is in. And she must begin to work on herself before she could enter into another relationship with somebody else. Because, as you said, if you don't love yourself, you could never love others. So, from a male perspective, there is nothing that this gentleman did. If what the young lady is saying is true, that makes him a man. He's not a man. And he played on her emotions because he knows fully well that whether it was in the dark or it's in the open, she was losing her mind over the fact that he left and went with somebody else. And you are right. The relationship that he had with that other person was going on long before the initial relationship ended.
Gotcha.
When he left, that initial relationship ended, is because he was already seeing the nurse. And the nurse is not to be blamed. I mean, granted, or unless she knew of the existence of this young lady. But otherwise, she's not to be blamed. Man come, man put question. If I'm free, I'm free to, go ahead and form relations. But once the relationship is intact and going, and that young man or old man, whoever he is, chose to go back and have a relationship on the side with with the woman, the letter writer,
Mm-hmm.
I think that was gross disrespect to now both the nurse and the writer of the letter. And what both of them should have done was not encourage the other one to take your man back. They should have colluded together and say, let us both leave him.
You're right. Mm-hmm. You're right.
I would listen to your comment.
All right. Thanks so much.
You're welcome.
All right. Gabby, you know, I was thinking the same thing, and I'm like, wait, for real? Listen, I swear you can't do nothing and get away with it on this radio. I am listening, Lou. I was reading Gabby and Naya's comments. It is. I'm like, the very first hello, I was like, okay. Anyways, it's always good to get a male perspective, all right? And you're hearing from my man, ladies. They're not the only ones capable of getting it or playing the game. At some point, we have to start fighting with each other and stand up together, because they're gonna do what they're gonna do at the end of the day, and ain't nothing we can do about it. Now, if I get through this morning, boy. Yeah, no, but jokes aside, this screams of low self-esteem, and there's a lot of people walking around dressed in the nines, taking beautiful pictures, but that's just what it is, a frame. And until you start really putting in the work on yourself, that's all you will ever be, a beautiful shell, a beautiful frame. You have to put in the work. Know what you're accepting, know what you're not going to accept. You have to set standards for yourself and be like, okay, even if it means you're going to be alone for some time. And I think that is a fear. A lot of people fear being alone so much that they rather accept anything and be with anybody out of that fear. When you find out, you get to a place where you got standards and you're not settling for anything less, trust and believe is either the person comes up to meet you or they leave you where they find you. And if somebody genuinely wants to be with you, they would work on meeting those set standards you have for yourself. And they too should have standards for themselves. The only man we sure on is a dead man. It's pretty on the outside and hurting big time. We have a lot of hurting people. A lot. And again, I keep saying to y'all, you have to go back to Monday's program with Frenchie. He spoke about that. And when I'm back from vacation, I'm going to have him back again, because I know y'all were Labor Daying, so a lot of you missed it. But it's a conversation that y'all need to hear. A lot of us have this facade. We walk around, seemingly having it together. We all don't have it together. But there are some who have it more than others because they've put in the work. And they're willing to take a hard look at themselves in the mirror, point out their flaws, and work on them. We can't be afraid of being alone so much that we accept anybody or stay in relationships that don't serve us in any way, shape, or form. We can't do that no more. We're in 2024. And it's like, when you leave, it's like you're still taking care of yourself. You still have to pay your own bills. It's not like a man that's taking care of you, buy a car for you, buy a house and put you in it, build a house and put you in it. You still have to go to work. You still have to pay your own bills. You're lucky if you get a meal. And yeah, they're making manje pop up with all this stuff and making people make... Listen. All you're good until the doctor see all you, eh? Until such time, fight up. I don't know what else to tell y'all. Push for counseling. I have suggested that, but people seem to think that counseling means something wrong with you. When people hear counseling, they think mental. No. I am an advocate for counseling. I've done it because I realized I could not fix me by myself. I realized I thought I had it together, but same thing Frenchie said. When I looked back, we carry a lot of trauma. And when I did my own therapy and my own counseling, the issues that I thought I had was like yesterday issues. No, it wasn't. It stemmed back from way beyond that, from childhood, from teenage years. That's how far back we had to go. You had to dig deep. Things are said that you didn't like, that you didn't like about yourself. But it really, really works. And if anybody's having a hard time finding themselves, I suggest counseling and therapy. It really, really helps you to find yourself, find your whys, who you are, what is your purpose, and not just going through life like a flower in the breeze. You find your purpose. And then when people say, oh, you're glowing, no, it's not because you put on makeup. It's because you found peace. Peace makes you glow because everything is at ease right now and you're in control. So you can continue to live in your whatever you got going on, or you can work on you, find you, and fix you. It's totally up to you, you know? It's totally up to you. Gabby says working on self-love and self-respect is of paramount importance, especially for single women. That's how you get a good man. You can't be broken and find somebody. You're not. Gina said, "Have peace on used to drag me sideways." We have to continue this conversation. Carla says, "Uncle in works Aruna, but our people don't realize how important it can get you unstuck." We have to continue this conversation. Tomorrow, God's will. Michelle, let's see if we can do tomorrow, all right? I'll see you guys then. Thank you so much, Western Union, for powering up this segment. Take care of you, all right? I'm gonna love you guys and leave you all. Until tomorrow. Bye. 6 p.m. tonight, go live? Maybe, I'll see. I'll go live when I'm talking about those things when I'm on vacation.